Hey team, Ray here and here, and I get so many questions all the time about how I create the content that I create. I think I've got one of the best setups here when it comes to stuff that's not necessarily an action camera on your motorcycle. Let's get into it. Okay, so you need good visuals, right? This is the Panasonic S5II. You can get this or the S5IIX. Not many differences between the two apart from a lot of money. This is the S5II, and this is what I've been using on a tripod for all my pieces to camera in the last few months. The Panasonic is a full frame sensor. It's a digital camera, obviously. It takes the DSLR form factor, but it is a hybrid camera, so it is not a stills camera, not a video camera. It does very, very well at both. You've got full control. You can go full manual mode, or you can stick it on automatic. You've got two SD card slots, so you can record in redundancy mode, record to one, it copies to the other, or you can just fill the both cards up one after the other, either which way works for you. It has sophisticated autofocus, it has tracking, it's just a great camera. I really, really like it. And the fact that it takes a DSLR form factor means that you can swap out those lenses for a long telephoto lens. You can get a nice short lens, you can get all sorts of stuff. It comes with this 20 to 60 lens. It also comes with a 55, and I've got an 80mm lens for it as well. Takes exceptional photos out of the box, and then if you know what you're doing with it, it can do even more. And because this is a motorcycling channel, let's get a motorbike in this video. The beauty of a full frame sensor and a really nice lens is that you can get gorgeous depth of field. And when I say depth of field, I can zoom in on an item and the background goes blurry. It really helps when it comes to drawing the viewer's attention to a particular item in the frame. Also, the Panasonic S5II has pretty good image stabilization, pretty sophisticated algorithms in there. The Panasonic S5II also, being full frame, is great, but it can record in up to 6K or anywhere up to there at 30 frames per second. It's got a really, really sophisticated cooling mechanism, so it's got a fan built in, can run in full silent mode, and it stops the camera from overheating when it's recording in such high resolution. And then it's all well and good to have good visuals, but you've got to have good audio. The audio is the one part that's often overlooked. So check this out. This is the Lark Max, Hollyland Lark Max. And people think that it's a rip-off of the DJI, but these guys were actually first to market. So we've got one receiver, and we've got two mics inside a battery box. Now, these mics are quite cool. They've got 8 gig of memory built into each one, so they'll record to internal memory. They've got a microphone built into them, or you can plug in an external lav mic. They automatically pair to the receiver, and they're really, really nice. You're going to get about 9 hours battery life out of each of these mics. You're going to get about 7 hours battery life out of the receiver. Inside the case, you've got all the cables and plugs you're ever going to need. You can plug it into a GoPro, you can plug it into the Panasonic, you can even plug it into your iPhone or smartphone and record directly to that. Very, very cool little piece of kit, and the audio is exceptional. So the receiver on the Hollyland Lark Max has this little clip. You can put that on your belt or clip it to your camera, but it's the perfect size to go in the hot or cold shoe on your camera. Run the cable into the camera, away you go, Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. Each microphone has a little clip. It's also got this magnet, so it's really easy to hide on your shirt. You've probably seen me using that in some of our videos, but I am absolutely in love. You've got full control over the sound of your microphones, gain and everything. This is also a touch screen, so we can swipe on it, and the internal recording on this device can be set on screen, so you don't necessarily need to hit the record button on the microphone. You can do it all here. Now, because it comes with two mics, you can also get it in single mic variant, but because this one comes with two mics, we can record in stereo, so one mic's left, one mic's right. We can record both in mono, or we can record in safety track mode, which means that we get say left track full volume, right track -6 dB, which is quite a nice piece of kit. So Hollyland claims a range of about 200 meters line of sight with these mics, so let's see how they sound. Come on. Now they do broadcast on the 2.5 gig network, same as your wireless router at home. So in a built-up environment like this with so much Wi-Fi and so much going on, I would expect a lesser range. Alright, that's the camera up there. I'm over here, and hopefully that sounds good. Told you it was a good setup. So there you go. As a kit for photography and getting audio that's not necessarily on the bike, this is my absolute go-to. This is my baby. I mean, it's a work camera, but I think I'm going to take it home when we're done with it. And the Hollyland Lark Max is such a step up over the previous models. I actually think it's the best one available today. You've got the most functionality, you've got the battery backup charging. Rode is the other one that you've probably heard of. They don't have the battery box, so you've got to charge each item individually. The DJI one it's okay, it's fine, but I think the Hollyland sounds better. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Let's go for a ride together one day. Thank you very much for watching. If you've got any questions, chuck them in the comment box below. This has been another MotoNZ video. Thanks for watching.